Lorraine from Holywood Pilates, and today we're going to do an intermediate level mat Pilates class. So this class is for you if you already know the basics of mat Pilates and you're ready to work that little bit harder. As always, do what you're happy to do, so feel free to skip any bits that you need to during the class, and if anything hurts, please don't do it. This class is not appropriate if you have any bone density issues. So if you've been diagnosed with osteopenia or osteoporosis, this is not the class for you, and a standing Pilates class or even a bar class would be a much better option. So take it at your own pace, rest if you need to, but let's get ourselves moving. So we're going to bring the feet hip width apart, nice and straight to begin with. Make sure the weight is even, right and left feet. Make sure you have pressures through each big toe, little toe, and each heel. Your knees are soft, kneecaps are pointing to the front. We're going to take our hands to our waist and into our slow, smooth pelvic tilts we go. So tipping forward, tipping backwards, loosening up in the middle, and then coming to rest in that midway neutral position. We want to make sure that the lower ribs are tucking down towards the pelvis. We're nice and wide across the collarbones, shoulder blades to back pockets, chin tucks in. Think about growing at least half an inch taller up through your spine. Feel that connection with your lower tummy muscles, and give me a slow deep breath in and a slow deep breath all the way back out. So we're going to hold that posture. We're just rolling out the shoulders to begin with. Big backward circles of your shoulder blades, and then we'll leave them back towards your back pockets. Arms reach up to shoulder height. We're going to open wide into our chest stretch. And we're going to close back over. Breathing deeply as you open and as you close. Checking in with your feet, making sure the pressures haven't changed at all. And back we come. We'll reach the arms up for the ceiling, circle out and around for 3. Keeping steady everywhere else through the body. 2, this one leads us into our first roll down. So grow that little bit taller, feel your tummy muscles connecting, and start to roll from the very top of your spine, scooping up your tummy, softening at the knees, finding your stretch, holding and breathing, and then bend the knees a little more, lift the tummy, send your tail down, restack your spine all the way back up, shoulders down and chin in. We'll take one arm. We'll reach up and over into a side bend stretch, and we'll come back, still keeping the weight even on the feet. And we'll come back. Let's take the arms forward into a fold for spine twist. We're going to take just the upper half of the body into that rotation. Your pelvis, your hips, your knees stay facing forward. And off we go to the other side. And back we come. Release your arms. Hands back to your waist. Let's get our legs moving. We're going to sit back into squat and fully straighten up. Sending the pelvis back, keeping the spine tall and straight, keeping the knees in line with the feet. Let's just do 2 more. And we'll hold this one. Arms come back up, parallel to your thighs. We're going to open wide, back into that chest stretch, and close. And 1 more. And close. We're going to push through the heels, straighten all the way up, and then we're going to move to one end of our mat. We're going to do another roll down, and this one will take us into a plank. So let's grow that little bit taller again, draw in through the tummy, take a breath, and as you breathe out, we're rounding down. Try not to swing back at the hips, so soften those knees instead. And enjoy that stretch whenever you get it. Take a deep breath in, and then let's walk our way out into a straight arm plank position. Try not to sway your hips too much from side to side. Push the floor away, stay strong through the upper body, feel those abdominals working. And then we're going to pick the hips up, we're going to walk the hands back in towards the feet, find that roll down stretch again. Knees can bend. Head is heavy, we're breathing, and then we're walking back out. Find that plank, scoop up through those abdominals, strong through the upper body, breathing, and we're walking back to our roll down. We're going to do 1 more plank from here. So So take a nice breath, enjoy that stretch, and then walk those hands forward. Find that plank position. From here, we're gonna bring our hips over our knees, hover off the floor, and then push back into plank. Let's do a few more like that. So we're coming back just to hover, keeping those abdominals engaged. Coming back to that beautiful straight plank position. We're gonna do one more hover. Take a breath or two here, and then we'll set the knees down, uncurl the toes. Bring the hands in underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers wide, and let's just check. Pelvis is in that middle neutral position. Ribs are tucked. Breastbone is lifted up away. We're pushing the floor away. Neck is in line, so head isn't dropping forward. And we're going to hold this position. We're going to come into some hip extensions. So we'll slide one leg back. Fully straighten that knee. Make sure you haven't drifted too much over to the other side. And let's go for some straight leg lift and lowers here. We'll keep going. 5, 4, squeezing the back of the hip to lift. Last 2, last 1. Lower that leg down, curl the toes. Now we're going to push up to a pike from that leg, and our other leg is going to stretch up for the ceiling. Take a nice breath and come on back, almost setting the leg down, but keeping it hovered because we're going up again. Check your shoulders aren't shrugging. Try and find that nice straight line position. Could we try one last one here? Push up, push up, push up. Find that long straight line, breathe. And then back we come. We'll set the leg down this time, uncurl your toes, and slide your other leg back in. So recheck that you're in a good position, and we'll go the other way around. So second leg, straight back, nice straight knee, kneecap looking at the floor, tummy engaged, and we start with our hip extension. So we're making sure the pelvis, the lower back aren't moving. We're staying square to the floor. We're not drifting over to the other side. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. We'll hold the leg nice and straight, but now curl the toes. Up we go into our pike, extending the other leg as tall and straight as you can go, and coming back to hover. And again, we push up. Try not to shrug those shoulders. Keep your tummy engaged. Back to the hover. Just 1 to go. Pushing up. Breathing into that stretch. Coming back. Resting the leg down. Second leg comes in. And for a moment, let's push into our shell stretch. So hopefully, that has us a little bit more warmed up. We're going to thread our legs through, and we're going to stay in sitting to do a few roll-ups. So legs still in parallel. Let's take a moment, just hold the back of your thighs and reach your spine a little closer up towards the ceiling. Stay tall in that position, take a breath. As you breathe out, we're going to roll off those sit bones. We're going to round into our lower back. But we're keeping the upper back, we're keeping the head, neck, and shoulders fairly steady here. What we want to feel is that draw in of the lower tummy muscles. So let's hold that when we get it. Arms float. Keeping that spine in its curve, we're going to breathe out, reach one arm. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out, reach. Breathe in, come back. If that's going well, we can reach with both. Try not to shrug, try not to move your head at all. Keeping those tummy muscles engaged. One more. We're going to hold position. We're going to roll back just a little bit more. Shoulders relax. Tummy is engaged. Legs are relaxed. Try and hold your heels on the floor. And we're back to a single arm lift, making sure there is no movement anywhere else in your spine. We're just moving a shoulder and nothing else. If that's going well, feel free to take it to both arms, which will feel a little harder to control. Your arms might not lift just quite so high. So the most important element of this exercise is that you're holding that spine steady. You're working through those lower abdominal muscles. One last one. From here, we're going to slowly roll our way into lying. When you get there, shuffle on your mat so that you are in a good position. Hips and knees are bent. We still want that neutral pelvic position, ribs down, upper back heavy, shoulders relaxed, chin in. Slow deep breath in, slow deep breath out. Lovely. Let's take one leg to tabletop, hold it there. Breath in, and as you breathe out, we're into some scissor switchovers. Moving from the hips, keeping the knees at a right angle. Keeping the movement slow so that you can check in with the whole body. Make sure that pelvis is steady, your ribs are holding position. There's no tension creeping into your neck or shoulders. And as we keep going, we could bring our hands in behind the head. We could add in our chest lift. Now we're in the ideal position just to keep an eye on those legs. Make sure we're keeping the gap between the knees and the feet. Make sure we're not twisting the hips in or out. From here, we could add a little crisscross. So we're twisting opposite elbow towards tabletop knee, holding steady through the pelvis and lower back. Keeping the movement slow and smooth. Breathing into each and every crisscross. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. So whichever leg is in tabletop, let's keep it there. Rest the chest down, hold behind your thigh, and let's go up for a hamstring stretch. So straighten the knee to where you first feel that stretch come in. Hold at that point. We could add in some ankle circles to play around with that stretch. We could also slide our other leg away. And just breathe that little bit more slowly and deeply. Give your stretch a moment or two. And then we'll bend both knees, switching over. Find that first point of stretch on leg number 2. Hold there. And then if it feels okay, you could add in your ankle circles. You could slide your other leg away. Nice slow deep breaths. And then we're ready to get going again. So we're going to bend back to tabletop. Scoop the second leg up as well. We'll bring our hands in behind the head, but we'll not curl up just yet. Pelvis in neutral. And we're going to go into modified scissors. So we're going to send one leg up towards the ceiling and one leg out closer to the floor. We're trying to straighten the knees to wherever your hamstrings will let you go. And we're going slow. So we're getting that squeeze on your front of thigh muscles at the limit of each movement. Pelvis is steady, ribs are down. There's breathing. We'll do one more each side, and then we're going to add in our chest lift. So let's just hold position in double tabletop. Up we curl. We're keeping that neutral pelvic position, and off we go again. Same modified scissor exercise. So we're stretching and we're bending. We're stretching and we're bending. Breathing out. Dynamically stretching the legs as we go. We're getting ready to add in our crisscross. So twisting to the leg that is stretching up towards the ceiling, but still keeping that middle portion of you still and steady. So pelvis is not moving, not flattening, not arching, not tilting from side to side. Let's go 4. Breathe out 3. Keep stretching and extending those knees as much as you can. Last one we'll hold here. Now we're going to rest the chest down, we're going to rest the lower leg to the floor, and we'll take our arms a little wider than our mat. If you need to lower your leg a little bit, do that. We're coming into our circle. So we're going to take this leg out to the side, down towards the floor and straight up. So it's a semicircle we're going for, but it's quite a big movement. And you do need to work quite hard to hold that pelvis still and steady. We'll hold at the top and we're going to go across the body this time. Down towards the floor and up, across, down and up. One last one. Across, down and up. We're going to bend our knees, scissor switch the legs over. We're going to stretch those legs away from each other and we're ready to go again. So we're going away from the body, down towards the floor and straight up. Holding tight through those abdominals. One more this way around. Hold at the top and off we go across the body, down to the floor, straight up. We go across, down and up. One more here, cross, down and up. We're going to bend to tabletop. We're going to slide the other leg into a bend, scoop it up as well. Feet and knees come together. Hands are still wider than your mat. We're into our hip twist. So both legs together, twisting off to one side. The pelvis will lift, but you're anchoring through your shoulder blades. Feeling those oblique tummy muscles working at the limit and then using those muscles to pull you back to center. And then we wind over to the other side. Finding the limit of what you can do. Breathing into that limit and then using the abdominals to pull you back from the middle. If that's going well, we could take our arms up but still anchor down through your shoulder blades. And off we go again. Swaying the lower half of the body to one side, keeping those knees tightly together. Drawing back to center. And over to the other side we go. And coming back to center. From here, we're going to set our arms down. We'll make a gap between the knees and the feet and we'll set maybe our left leg down as well. Right leg reaches back up for the ceiling. We're coming into lift and lower. So we're going to pull our toes up, lower the straight leg to hover off the floor, point at the bottom and lift. Flex, lower, point, lift. One more like this. Flex, lower, point and lift. Let's hold position there. Let's take our left leg now from the floor and scoop it up to tabletop. We're going to hold it steady and we're keeping going on the right. We flex, we lower, we point, we lift. Flex, lower, point and lift. We're holding on to that neutral pelvis. We're going to hold at the top. Now, optional extra, to make it a little more difficult again, we could take our left leg and extend it right up to the ceiling. It stays steady up there and right leg continues the lower and lift. So you're working as hard to hold your left leg steady as you are to get that right leg moving. We're going to hold at the top. We're going to bend our right knee to tabletop and lower it to the floor. Off we go on our left side. Pull up the toes. Lower to hover. Point at the bottom and lift. Hold through those lower tummy muscles. Point and lift. One more. Flex and lower. Point and lift. Hold at the top. Right leg now scoops up. Finds tabletop. We keep going. Flex and lower. Point and lift. Flex and lower. Point and lift. One more here. Flex and lower. Point and hold at the top. If you're happy to go to the final level, we're going to straighten up on our right leg. Pull up the toes on the left and off we go again. Preparing us for our level 5 scissor. And we hold at the top. Now, we're going to send that left leg back down to the floor. We're going to point the toes. We're going to climb up our right leg. reaching up towards the ankle, and we're into our full straight leg scissor. So we're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we switch. Now let's not go too fast here. Keep reaching up for your ankle. Try and hold that chest lift nice and steady. Keep those knees as straight as your hamstrings will let them. And let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll bend those knees, take a hug in for a moment, have a little bit of a sway. Always feels nice for the lower back. And then we're going to keep going with our straight leg scissor, but instead of reaching for the ankles, we're going to bring our hands behind the head. So re-find your double tabletop, curl into your chest lift, send one leg up, send one leg low. If you need to make this easier, then keep a smaller angle between your hips and work higher. If you're happy to go to the full level, then we go for a nice large angle between our hips. Take a breath. As you breathe out, we switch, we switch, we switch, we switch. Keep curling up through the upper body just to stay in the same position. Remember, gravity will be trying to push you down the whole time. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hug those knees in again. Take a little breather. We're almost there with our scissors. So we're going to do one last set. Back to double tabletop, hands back behind the head, curl up. We're going to add our crisscross this time. So send one leg up, one leg out. We twist to the leg that's reaching for the ceiling. Take a breath. And off we go. Crisscross, straight leg scissor. Take your time. Hold that middle third of you still and steady on the floor. Feel those abdominals working nicely. Try and hold those knees straight. Feel your thighs working. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to bend those knees. Hug in one more time. We'll set our feet down, feet, knees together, arms wide. We're going to roll the legs in one direction, pelvis will lift, head can turn the opposite way. We're into our rotation stretch, nice breath at the limit. And then we're going to pull back using those abdominals to bring us back to center. And we're going to go to the other side. So enjoy that rotation stretch. Take a nice breath or two into it. And then gather those tummy muscles in. Pull yourself back to center. When you get back to center, let's take our legs to double tabletop. Hold behind your thighs, knees and feet are together. Take a breath, and as you breathe out, see if you can just rock up to a balanced sitting position and hold there. And then from here, we're just going to slowly roll back to our double tabletop chest lift position. And let's do that again. So take it up, trying not to use too much momentum, and then curl it back. One last time. We're going to take it up, we're going to hold it here. We're going to find our Pilates V if we can. So one arm comes up. Second arm comes up. If you can take the legs up, let's do that as well. Holding and breathing. And then we'll bend our knees, set the feet to the floor. Gap between the feet, gap between the knees, really tall spine. We're going to roll off the sit bones like we did not too long ago. We're going to straighten out the elbows, free the arms. We're going to take the arms into a fold. And we're going to come into a leg lift on one side. So we're making sure that we're holding the curved position now at the spine. Leg lift on the other side. Even pressure through your hips, so try not to offload as you lift. Head doesn't move at all. One more to each side. And then hold position, feet on the floor. We're going to keep the lower half of the body steady as we rotate to one side. Take a breath and come back. Stay in that curved spine position as you rotate to the other side. Take a breath and come back. One more, each direction. Use those abdominals. Breathe into each movement, shoulders not shrugging. Coming back to center, reach the arms forward, curl up, nose over knees. Stack up tall. We're going to go one more time. So let's fold the arms before we roll back. If this feels like quite a lot of work, don't roll back too far. So we're putting the last two together. We're lifting a leg and we're going to rotate towards it, keeping that curved spine position, and then we go on the other side. Don't forget to breathe. Keep deepening the lower abdominal work. We're lifting and twisting. Will we do one more to each side? Breathing out, shoulders as relaxed as you can keep them. Breathing out, breathing in. We're going to reach the arms forward, curl the spine back up, nose over knees, stack up nice and tall, and set your hands back down. We'll actually bring the hands in behind us. We're going to straighten the knees, bring the feet together. So you can have your fingers pointing backwards, or if that's not comfortable, maybe to the side. We don't want shruggy or slumpy shoulders, so draw those shoulder blades back, lift the chest, draw the tummy in, take a breath. And as you breathe out, we're going to squeeze the buttocks and lift up into a reverse plank position. Take a breath there, and then we lower back down. We'll do a couple more, coming up, lifting the hips, holding that straight plank position, and lowering down one last time. This one will hold a little longer, and if you're happy to, we could add in a knee bend on one side, a knee bend on the other side. If that feels like a step too far, then just hold your plank. We'll lower those hips down. We're going to come off the wrists, give the wrists a little swirl around, make a gap between your knees and your feet, and bring your arms to the front. So we're going to lift taller through the spine. We're into spine stretch forward. So tummy muscles engage. Start at the top of your spine, and we're rounding forward over the toes. Keep the upper arms with your ears. Keep your hips down on the mat. Take a breath into the stretch when you get it, and then press those hips down into the mat harder as you roll back up, shoulders down, chin in. Let's do just one more. So we're lifting up that little bit higher, tummy is engaged, we're rounding from the top, drawing the tummy in as we reach forward into our stretch. Take a breath, and then press the hips into the floor, restack your spine, shoulders down, chin in, and arms come down. We're almost there. We're going to come around into high kneeling, and we'll just do another stretch or two here before we finish. So make sure in high kneeling that your feet aren't in or out. You're still holding nice parallel lines. Pelvis in neutral. Arms come to the front. We're into a thigh stretch. So we're still holding a plank position as we lean back a little here. You're going to feel some pressure front of thighs. Take a breath. We're going to open into chest stretch as we come forward. Hold there. We're going to sit the hips back towards the heels, reach the arms up to your ears, try and hold a nice straight spine position, and then we return to the very start. So let's do that again. Hold through the tummy and into thigh stretch we go. Open the arms, chest stretch as you come forward. Arms go up towards your ears, hips sit back towards your heels. Take a breath there, and then we return to the start. We're going to set the hands down to the floor in front, curl the toes underneath. Lift your hips, send your head down, find your roll down stretch here. Knees can be as bent as you need them. And then bend it a little more. Scoop the tummy, tuck your tail, and roll all the way back up. Shoulders down and chin in. Turn and face forward. So I hope that you feel you've done a little bit of work in this class. We're just going to slow the world down. We're finding that tall standing position again from the beginning and slow arm circles here. Two more. Think about the pressures on your feet. Think about that really tall spine. We're going to lift even taller with this one, and we're going to start one final roll down. Without swinging back at the hips, soften those knees at the front instead. Scoop up your tummy. Find and hold your stretch. Breathing here. Bending the knees more, lift the tummy, tail goes down. We're going to rebuild in reverse order. Stack up that spine, shoulders down, chin in, arms wide. Hands in behind your head. Big breath in to shrug. Breath out to let go. One more time, big breath in. Shrug out the shoulders, feel that tension, and then just let it go. We're going to reach up to the ceiling. We're going to stretch out for the walls, arms come down, roll out your shoulders. Well done, that is this class complete, so I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you'll find a link in the bio where you can head over and try maybe some of our other classes. So there is a standing class you could try, there's a bar class you could try, and you'll also find the link to our monthly bundles where you can get 4 online classes to do each month. See you soon.